What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, LSG fam? Welcome back to another video on the channel. The long awaited day is finally here. One Piece live action season 2. Super excited, super anticipated. I mean, you can see the background behind me and J-Mac here. You can look on our channel. Huge One Piece fans here on this podcast. And we are very excited to bring you this spoiler free review for the live action season 2. So yeah, this whole video right here is going to be spoiler free. We're going to do another video sometime this week with the third member of our podcast, and that will be the spoilery goodness, all that fun stuff. So you don't want to miss that. If you are a One Piece fan, obviously, or you know, just want to check that out. So be on the lookout for the channel for that. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss that. But let's get to this review. J-Mac, season 2 is here. We watched it all in one day. At the risk of sleep, I did it. So, you know, it's what we do for One Piece around here. What did you think of season 2?
Get straight into it, man. Rating. I'm just gonna give the rating off for it. It's a 10. It's a 10, bro. They kept it going. I don't remember what I rated season 1. I might have been at a 9 there. But yeah, I think I'm at a 10 on this one. I think this one was better than last season. I think the performances in this one go even harder. I'm not going to talk about performances like that. Obviously, spoiler free. Once we get into all that, I'll go into my particulars. I got a surprise performance of the season, though. At least I think it's a surprise. I don't know. We'll see where everybody else has theirs or how you guys are feeling about that. But yeah, this season was fantastic. Great battles. For the most part, great CGI. All the effects look really cool. Smoker in particular just looked, wow, he looked great. Like, I was worried about that. I mean, I think I made a comment on that last season too. When you see the back of his head, I was like, that wig, I don't know about that wig. And it's not the greatest wig, but it's not bad. It's good. It goes with the character. And it did not take me out whatsoever. And like I said, his visual effects on how they made his Logia fruit work was just fantastic. And I love this season a lot. And I'm super excited for season 3. I'm super excited for season 3. So I cannot wait.
Whew. So ripping the band-aid off, out of the three of us, even though we all love One Piece, it's, you know, we can critique our favorite things. I was the most skeptical out of the group when it came to season 2, just because I wasn't sure how the pacing was going to be. I wasn't sure how they were going to introduce certain characters, certain plot points, and just the overall timeline of the live action. Like it was just, it had me worried. It really had me worried. I'm also at a 10. I'm also at a fucking 10. In my opinion, this is 100% better than the first season, and we loved the first season.
Yeah,
bro.
It's gonna be so hard. It's gonna be so hard. I mean, I want you guys please to tune into the spoiler talk, because we're gonna go crazy over there. I know we are. I know we are. But yeah, this is gonna be a little bit hard, but we'll do it. Don't worry.
Yeah, we definitely had to get the video out while all the, you know, One Piece fans are celebrating. We want to celebrate with you guys. Yeah, it's fantastic. It is really fantastic. The one thing that I really enjoyed about this, and in my opinion, it just outclasses what the first season was able to do, is the chemistry of the Straw Hats. It's incredible here. Like, I truly feel like they're friends. And just the way that they talk to each other, the way that their day-to-day life is on the ship, and when they're on adventures and through these different islands, like, it felt so good, and my heart was just so happy watching this, and it felt like One Piece. Just from going to island and going on these adventures, like, it felt like One Piece, and it felt so good, and it was incredible. I'm shocked.
from the openings, not the opening scene, but the very first opening scene that we get with the Straw Hats. They felt like them. They like, I think it was Sanji and Usopp having a conversation about using the pepper, about using this and that, and they need supplies, and they're like, oh, we know who we got to go to. Let's go talk to Nami. And that was exactly just like the anime. Nami runs the funds. Like, if you guys do funds, you guys got to go through Nami. That's just how it is. And just starting from there, I was like, yeah, these guys, they already got it. The chemistry is shown on screen, and they have to be hanging out like damn near. It seems like every day. Like Offset, I know they're hanging out. They're doing their thing. They have to, because it just showed on
events
screen.
and baseball games.
Yeah. It showed, and that was fantastic.
Yeah, man. Honestly, like, there were certain scenes that were going on that, like I said before, my heart was just happy. Like, and I talked about this in the first season. I don't, because it wasn't instantly that I felt like I was watching One Piece, but it was really fast.
Mm-hmm.
And it's exactly the scene you're talking about with Sanji and Usopp. I was like, oh my God, I'm there. This is One Piece. This feels like One Piece. And the only critique that I'm willing to hear out from somebody is obviously that it's not the same one-to-one story from the anime. Mm-hmm. But like I told you, this isn't that. And honestly,
doesn't need to be.
I don't see how they would even do that, because there's just not enough time in human lives to adapt that story with the pacing that story has. Like, it's just, it's not possible. So I don't know if exactly what Cody told us is what is going to happen, that Oda has a plan to like end this at a certain point, like it's going to be its own thing. I don't know if he's going to do that, but I had no issues with any decisions that were made in this season. None. And that's incredible.
There's a couple that I think there's one, and obviously we'll get into it. I don't want to spoil anything. I think there's one difference, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's in Logtown, with a character that shows up there that I don't remember being in Logtown. Like, I don't think we see this character for quite a while in the anime. I could be mistaken, but
you know, he actually is.
Is he?
He actually is. Yeah, he says that later on when we.
Okay, but they didn't show it to us. They didn't.
Yeah, he's not shown in the beginning. But he's there though.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So they just showed him on screen, and I didn't have an issue with it. Like, honestly, if anything, it furthers the likability and this character's motivations, that we actually get to see it when we see this character later on in the anime. So it worked. It actually worked, and I can actually buy into that when we actually meet this character later on. But outside of that, I don't think there was too much. They gave us extra scenes. I think with some Smoker and Tashigi stuff that they had going on. I enjoyed that. I'm a Smoker fan, and I always get clowned on for that, because he can't win a fight, man. That dude just keeps getting his ass beat, right? Hey, he looked good. He looked good this season, and they decided to give him his flowers, and he showed up, and he's a menace, man. That dude was a Marine to the fullest, pirate hunter. He looked cool, so I was fantastic. I was excited about that, so pretty cool.
So I kind of been holding it back, but I have to touch on it, man. Mackenyu as Zoro, he is so awesome.
Yeah,
he's incredible. That scene where he walks into the shop and that whole thing plays out with the guy in Tashigi, bro. Oh my God, I had to wear this hat. I had to. I knew as soon as that scene ended, like the whole thing played out, I was like, oh yeah, he's my favorite,
bro.
My God.
Even the shop owner, and I recognize him as an actor in different stuff and like that, but that scene was just fantastic. I was geeking out. Like, I know what's coming. I know this man's about to do with that sword right there, and I'm super excited. Tears of excitement, literally tears of excitement. Water was in my eyes, like, oh my God, this is so freaking awesome. I was just giddy throughout the whole season like that, through episode 1 to the end, and they just did a fantastic job with that. But that scene, Mackenyu is killing it. I'm gonna speak on I think the Straw Hat that had the best, I think, performance. Not the best for the season, but I think that he showed up, and I think he elevated this character. And obviously every character has a favorite, everybody has their own favorite character, so this isn't going to be like that crazy. But is it Jacob? I think it's Jacob, right? Jacob, who plays Usopp.
Oh yes,
bro. from last season to this season, he did fantastic for this season. I think he was my favorite performance from the Straw Hats this season. Obviously, everybody did their thing. Everybody showed that they were just more into the character, that they felt more comfortable in the character skin. But he, in particular, just stood out to me, and he was fantastic. I was actually really surprised on how much I liked the character of Usopp more in this than I did in the anime at that point, in the anime to now. So that was pretty cool, and I think he just killed it. He really did.
Yeah, I'm glad you spoke on that because I don't know if I would have, but that's really interesting because obviously if you're on like One Piece Twitter or you watch these YouTubers, maybe Grand Line Review, something like that, people don't like Usopp because of like the evolution of his character or the lack thereof, and the way that Jacob pours life into that character while still being scared, because he's still scared at points, but the way that he handles it's incredible. Like, I dare say I like him here more than the anime.
I do. I actually do. Like, Jacob brought that character even more to life, and it's just likable. Like, he really did. I credit to him, because that was crazy. That was insane, and I was not expecting that this season.
For sure. One cool thing that they show, and I can speak on this in a way that won't give away what I'm talking about, but obviously Laboon, and they show everything with Laboon. That was incredible to see, because they showed us something that I thought would be in there, but they threw it in there already. They threw it in there already, and it's phenomenal.
Yeah, that's really good. Like that episode, all of these episodes were really good, but yeah, the Laboon episode was pretty cool.
Oh really good. My god! Like, because there's a couple times I got like teary eyed. That episode that got me.
Yeah.
Because that brought back the emotions from the anime, and I know we were talking about that last time. Like, is there any live action scenes that maybe did better than the anime? And I still don't think that, but that gave me the emotions that I had during the anime, and that was incredible.
Yeah, no, yeah, for sure. Like this season, I don't know, man. Like they just improved on what was already considered the greatest, and it's not hard. I get that it's not a hard title to do or to achieve, the greatest live action anime adaptation. Like they just cemented that. I think with season 2, they improved on that, and it's insane. So cast did fantastic from everybody. What do you think about Baroque Works and the way all of that kind of formed and was being shown to us?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was incredible, and us being as caught up in the manga as we are, we know how this story plays out, and we know all these characters and their different powers and things, but seeing their powers brought to life, like seeing the wax scene with Mr. 3 or seeing Mr. 5 and his powers,
he looked badass. He did look pretty cool, man. Yeah. Like, talk about a character that was like, what, you picking your nose? Nah, yeah, you made him look cool.
It's really so awesome, and it's crazy because I'm sitting here watching it, and obviously knowing thousands of chapters, or not thousands, but 1,000 chapters of history and lore about One Piece that I do. I'm really just sitting there like, damn, man, I really want this live action to go on forever, just so I can see these characters evolve, like see the changes, like seeing the changes that eventually will happen to Mr. 3. It's like, I want to see all that. It's so good.
Yeah,
it's so good.
Yeah, I think the pacing on this season was fantastic too. Like, I don't think it was slow, it was fast. I think we spent time on an island, and then we moved on to another island, but it didn't feel like, oh shit, we're done with this already. No, and these are long episodes. I think they were like 50 at its lowest to like an hour plus, like an hour 3 hour 5.
Like hour. I think one of them was like, I think the first one was like 1:16, I think.
Oh, you might be right on that one. Yeah, you might be right. But yeah, and they gave us plenty of time in these episodes to kind of let that whole island, whatever island they were on, develop, and then let's move on. And then obviously when they got into the bigger ones, they spent 2 to 3 episodes depending on which island you were at. And yeah, I think the pacing on this just worked for season 2. Like they didn't skip a beat. It felt good. It felt like right. It just felt right. So yeah, I was super excited about that too.
I thought it was really cool in the first episode. Because Netflix has a tendency to do like a special rendition of their intro with their more popular shows.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of more. Oh, Squid Game for sure had one.
Stranger
Stranger Things
Things,
had
obviously.
one, and they gave one to One Piece, and that was
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah.
I like that one a lot.
You get those like Netflix openings, and it's based off the show. It's like, that's one of their hits. Like they gotta
it's
put
one of their
respect.
darlings.
It's one of theirs, yeah. So you gotta put the respect on it. Give them their own intro, and that was fantastic. Yeah, for sure. I like that. Speaking of the intros, man, like they did it last season with the opening cards of One Piece and the different, Jolly Rogers, the Skull and Crossbones, and things like that they were gonna go through, and maybe one of them had a chicken or a drum leg, something like that. Another one had a sword. Those opening title sequences out fantastic. Keep it up.
Mm.
But this time, and I don't remember if they did this in the season 1, but in season 2, the outros of the map kind of just going over what that episode kind of entailed and what locations were on that episode. I watched every single outro because of that. Like I was like, oh dang, that's cool. There's Logtown. Or, oh, okay, there's this saloon. There's this and that. It was just fantastic, and I like that touch on the outros too. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, no, for sure. It was cool. I can't pinpoint another time, but I know in the first episode they did like I don't know if it was the same rendition of We Are, but as the first season, but they did do like a little small part of it. I don't remember if it was at the beginning or the end. I do remember hearing that and thinking, damn, keep doing that. Like you don't got to do it every episode, obviously, and they didn't. But if I can just get that once a season, just to know that you're sticking true, because they use We Are for a long ass time.
Yeah.
So, and obviously not this far into the anime, but they even they brought it back when Luffy became what he became later on in the anime. So it's really cool that they kept that around. He got shown already, so this isn't a spoiler. What did you think of Chopper?
He looked great. Like the CGI on him looked good. He looked cuddleable. He looked adorable. He looked like this is going to be a fan favorite for everybody, even more so than the anime. Yeah, he looked good. I didn't have any issues, whether it was his little form. Then they showed, I don't know if they showed this in the trailer, but he's got different forms and things like that, and all of them work. All of them work. So yeah, he looked good. Not disappointed in that in the least. Not in the least.
Yeah, no, not at all. I totally agree. I know that was a hot topic of discussion when he first got revealed, for fans. Like some people were on the fence, some people loved it, some people hated it. But I guess I speak for both of us. Yeah, it worked. He looked good.
Yeah, he did.
He really did. I think, like, speaking to what you said in the beginning, I think for me, and I'm not a big CG guy anyway, so it's kind of tougher for me, but everything worked for me. And it's not even like a case of bias, because you can go watch our season 1 review. I wasn't this high on it. Like I loved season 1.
Yeah.
They elevated.
Yeah.
Which I didn't think it was possible. I thought it would just be, constant. It's going to be, in my opinion, just as good as season 1. But no, I truly feel like season 2 elevated every single thing that season 1 did.
Yeah.
It was great. And they even brought back characters that maybe I didn't think in my head I would see from season 1. So that was really cool. And even those characters look very comfortable now in the role than they did before. So it's just good all around. It really is. Yeah,
for sure. Speaking on the CGI, the only small issue that I had was I don't know. I guess not really much of a spoiler. But there is dinosaurs in here, and they did look a little, like, all right, you could have done a little bit better, but not a big issue. It didn't take you out of the episode or anything like that. I don't even think they were in there that long, anyways. But that was the only thing as far as the CGI. I think everything else was just spot on. Was good. No issues.
Yeah, that's yeah, I can see that. That's fair. Yeah, man. I mean, unless you can really think of anything else, this obviously isn't a spoiler either, because she was in the trailer also. We get Nico Robin obviously in this season, and goddamn,
bro, and well, I'll get to everybody else, but they made her look so cool. They kind of, her opening scene that she had was crazy, was fantastic. The way she
Yeah.
was using, the way she was using her ability. I spoke on Smoker and the way he looked with his smoke and things like that, and it looked great. Same thing with Nico. Like with, she looked great. She looked great, and I wish we could get into it, but yeah, she looked fantastic, man. All the cast, like all the casting decisions for the season, they hit it out of the park again, man. And Oda, I know he has a say in who's playing what. Let him keep doing it. Obviously, he's gonna keep doing it, and all of them were spot on to me. Every brand new character that came in was just spot on. So I loved it.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up too, because that was another thing I wanted to speak on, and I kind of already spoke on it. But yeah, it's just so strange to me because I'm seeing tweets on Twitter of people complaining how it's not, following the story, or they did this differently than the anime. I called I called out something because people complained about how do I say this to you without spoiling it? People complained about the Laboon thing, how we saw that, and to me, as soon as I saw what I'm talking about that could be considered a spoiler, I was like, no. Like if you know the story, you shouldn't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Cause it got revealed on Twitter like earlier in the week. And even then I was like, bro, that makes perfect sense. Like it makes perfect sense. Like the One Piece live action is exposing these fake One Piece fans. Like you guys don't know the story. And even if you want to go past that, right? These decisions are not coming from some guy that just got the live action job and he's adapting One Piece in his image. Like they're working with the guy that makes the story. Like
literally says executive producer Ichiro Oda. Like
he's in every episode.
Every episode. Yeah, he's
like they're like, I don't understand how you can have a problem with it, and I don't understand how people are associating it so close with the anime. Because we talked about it. Season 1 should have told you that they're not doing that shit because Garp's not even the same Garp in the anime. Like they've been told you this is going to be its own thing.
Yeah,
and for me, it's working
1000%.
And if you don't like it, the anime is back in a month. So go watch that. But this right here, man, I'm gonna go on record. If you don't like this, you're not a One Piece fan. I truly feel that way because there's different things you can nitpick, but at its heart, at its core, this shit is One Piece, and I'll stand on it.
Yeah, I agree. No, yeah, I mean, like I said, Ichiro Oda's on every single outro thing. Like he's executive, he's got a hand in this. So, doubting him, not like, and I may be fine if you don't like some of the decisions. That's fine, but like at the end of the day, it's still One Piece. Like it is what it is. It is what it is. Fantastic season. I think like I said, I'd have to go back and check, but I think season 1 was a 9. This is a 10, and I really didn't have any issues whatsoever with this season. I was like, wow. I was just watching this as soon as I woke up till like an hour ago. So it was fantastic, man. I can't wait when Cody comes on here and we can just get into spoilers. And I text the group. I text you guys a quote that I did not want to forget because and then in that quote right there that we're gonna speak on in the spoilers, it's like Oda's telling us like, hey, I'm kind of dropping tidbits here of future stuff. I'm like, oh shit. So that's pretty cool. So no, yeah, 1000% great season. So yeah.
I also want to throw this in there. This is how I know the live action is good. This is how I know. The Escape Podcast, Hat Guy. I just saw a clip of him because I think they went to the premiere. I think the premiere was in LA. It had to be since they went to it. But they both are loving the live action. Even Andrew, his co-host, he loves it. Hat Guy loves it so much. He's 93 episodes into the fucking anime. Like he started watching the anime, and we talked about it. Unfortunately, those people aren't on the pod anymore. But at the time, we had friends that had never seen One Piece, watched the live action, and they loved it too.
Yeah.
So, like, if you just, if One Piece isn't your thing, maybe you tried One Piece at one point or time, at one time or another, and you wasn't really vibing with it. Watch the live action, because this is spoiler free, so we're not giving nothing away. Just go watch the live action if you haven't seen it, and you might find your love for it. Because I promise you, like you can just tell that it's made with love and care. We talked about it. The actors, we know they love it because they don't shut up about it.
Yeah.
Everyone that's working on this, you could just tell like it's a sort of like passion project for them at this point, and it's so good.
Yeah,
it's incredible.
Yeah,
stunning even.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I need season 3. What was the gap? I think it was 2 years for season 1 to season 2, right? I think it was like that, something like that.
Yeah, it was something to that effect. I saw Grace Randolph, bro. I think it was at like 11:58 or something, and I quoted the tweet. You can check my Twitter. She's talking about, why is no one talking about the One Piece live action season 2? Did it take too long, or what's the word? I quoted it like, "Yo, it dropped at midnight. Everybody's at work. This like it's fucking Tuesday. Like, what the hell? Can motherfuckers watch the shit first? Like, damn, it'll be number 1 on Netflix probably tomorrow." Like,
I will. Speaking on that though, when I was watching the thing, Netflix didn't even have this on their like front banner.
Yeah, because I was up at midnight watching, and it wasn't there. I had to scroll for a second. I was like, "What the hell?
What the hell's going on here?" So Netflix put that shit on the banner, man. Let's get people to just actually click and. I had to find it and search it, obviously. So I was like, "Damn, it's kind of crazy that you guys didn't even have this there." But no, yeah, for sure. I can't wait for spoiler talk, man, because things will be said. Characters shown that was like, what? Yeah, stay tuned for the spoiler talk. We can't wait for that. But in the meantime, if you guys have seen it, drop your ratings down below. If you haven't seen it and you kind of just watching this spoiler free review to kind of get some thoughts on it, there you go. Hopefully this kind of encourages you guys to either start it or get ready to go in season 2. Maybe some of you are even getting ready for that the anime, man, because like Jet mentioned, there's people actually going to watch the anime because of this, so it makes sense. And that's been happening since season 1. So if it happened in season 1, damn near you better believe it's going to happen in season 2, because this was even better. So there you go.
Man,
can't wait. Yeah, can't wait. But One Piece is on top of the world. It's got the crown for greatest live action anime adaptation, so it's going to continue to just hold that. We'll see. We got some projects coming on to see if anybody can kind of take it on and do that. But as of right now, One Piece is king. We are loving it here at the podcast. Cannot wait for more One Piece. Season 3 can't come soon enough. But in the meantime, while we're waiting for that, keep it locked here to LFG. We've got you covered on anything and everything in pop culture, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.